Hello everyone, welcome back to FS25. I'm just on my way down to the river at the moment because the large polytunnel has ran out of water. That's the one that we were getting the garlic from. It's gone through that really quickly because we did have quite a lot in there. At the end of the last episode, I did say we would load up the low loader with some produce, which I have just done off camera. It was only a few bits, some garlic, rice seedlings, there's some planks on there as well. So we're just waiting for one more thing to spawn, I believe, because we did have some more planks that were fairly close. When they do, we'll load that up and we'll do a run. That should be a decent amount of money coming in because I believe those planks sell for good money. So while we're on the subject of planks, someone did comment, a very helpful comment, and they said that the building over there that we've made a start on is actually going to cost us an astronomical amount of money. Obviously we don't have lots and lots at the moment, so I think with that we'll add a few bits to it here and there, maybe a bag here or there or a few planks, but we're not going to really go for it at the moment until we've got some more money. I would like to see a little bit of progress with it, but we just got to be careful because we don't want to end up going bankrupt over a shed. So yeah, we will continue, but it's just going to be probably a bit slower than it would have been. Also, quite a few people have said about the, well, what I thought was a bug. The AI wasn't using the seed and the fertilizer. However, it just turns out it was a setting. On FS22, I very, very rarely used the AI. I don't think I ever used them actually, which is why I didn't know about it. So basically, the AI were charging me for fuel, seed and fertilizer rather than using what I've supplied them. So I've now changed that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, that's sorted out, so we should now be using our own produce, which is nice. So I'm just going to do a couple more runs of water to that. We'll try and get a decent amount in it. We'll see where we are with the planks, if it's close or not, and then after that I think we need to hire a stump grinder to get rid of some of those stumps. Also, someone else did say that a couple of episodes ago where I'd done the rock contract and I went up that tower. It was a very, very odd tower. Apparently I ran past a collectible. Now I have sort of been on a bit of a collectible hunt. I've not found any. I think I've found two, but for some reason I couldn't work out how to pick them up. I'm not really sure why. But if we're in that area, we will just have a little run back up that tower and see if we can find it, because apparently we ran straight past it. So that would be quite interesting to see if we could find that. Anyway, I'll deliver this one, then I'll do one more afterwards, and then we'll really get started and hopefully earn quite a bit of money straight away. Okay, so that's the last little bit going in there now. That should keep that going for a while. So someone else did actually mention, and I said quite a few times that I was going to check this and completely forgot, about the water source here that we've got behind this shed. So I did check it off camera, and wow, it is expensive. So that actually costs you £300 per 1,000 litres of water, which obviously is very, very expensive. So as good as it looks, unfortunately, it will not be used. Let's just make sure there is nothing inside that. No, there's not. You never know. Okay, great. So we'll leave this here for now. Let's jump into the telehandler. Ah, yes, wonderful. Looks like we've got some planks ready. Let's just have a little look and see if any more are due to come. Ooh, yes, we're not too far away from the wood beams actually. So I was looking at the price of planks and planks long, and interestingly, we've got this place here called the Playground. That seems to pay a lot more than the other places, so I think we'll head to the Playground when we sell them. So I have just tagged on the map. I've got, well, it's in that direction there. So let's just have a little look at that. Here it is, the Playground. Let's just have a little look at that. Visit. Okay. Well, obviously. Ah, is this what it's for? Oh, okay. Well, this is a pretty nice place. So obviously we can deliver stuff here, and as we deliver it, they buy the stuff from us and it builds it at the same time. Well, this place looks great. Let's just have a good old look around. Probably run past a few collectibles. So I guess this is the sort of stuff that they make here. I mean, that looks pretty stunning actually. Yeah, really nice. Looks like we've got a toy tractor here. A toy John Deere tractor. Looks like it must be having some work done. Well, nice. I like that. I think that looked really good. Let's just have a little look. Yeah, see, look. There's another one of those things. That is a collectible. I really need to work out how you can pick these up. Why am I struggling so much? Come on. What am I missing here? Okay then, so I've just had a quick little Google to see what these things are. I couldn't find anything, but it doesn't seem like they are collectibles, so perhaps I've got the complete wrong end of the stick here. However, while I was searching, I did find out that there is one down here. So we're going to go and have a little look at it. Now, I didn't really want to cheat. I've not looked up any of these whatsoever. But I just stumbled across this while I was trying to find out. So apparently, this lamp here... There we go. That lamp there was a collectible. The Grain Elevator Museum misses some parts of its interior. Can you help find all of them? Okay, so we've got 24 left. So the Grain Elevator Museum is missing parts of its interior. Right, okay. So yeah, that was a little bonus £10,000. I'm not going to look up any of the others. If we find them or if someone mentions one, we'll go and get it. But I'm not purposely going to just look them up. I think that would be cheating. So anyway, that's the playground. It would be pretty nice to deliver some cool stuff there and see what they end up making in their lovely little workshop. So while we're waiting for that last plank to spawn, I think rather than sit around waiting for it, we will hire the stump grinder now. We'll just get that job wrapped up. There we go, stump cutters. Right, so we've only got one to select, so I guess that will be the one. And we'll lease that for just under £1,400. So it's at the shop waiting for us now. I'll go and grab it, and then hopefully we'll get rid of all those annoying stumps. Ah, there it is, and I completely forgot about our IBC of herbicide, but never mind, that can stay there for another day when we've got the trailer here. Maybe we'll pick it up on the way back from the playground, who knows. Okay, so at least this picks it up okay. We'll get back. Doesn't look to be that wide, but obviously it was the only one we could choose from. So hopefully it does get rid of those big ones. But there is only one way to find out. This place looks so bare in the winter. All the leaves are off the trees. It looks nowhere near as built up as what it did when the trees were lovely and had leaves on them and everything else. It looks very bare, but it won't be long until they've all grown back. Right, okay, so let's turn it on, and I guess we'll just reverse up to that, and hopefully it works its magic. Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, so we could probably just lower that a little bit, I imagine. We'll see if we can tackle this big one. We've got a lot of annoying little ones as well. So, there we go. Okay. I don't know if this one has been cut a little bit too high, which is why we can't get on it properly. Might have to get the chainsaw out on that one. Let's tackle a few more. See what I mean about these tiny little ones? They're very small, but they really do get in the way. Come on. Don't be shy. Yep, there we go. Nice. Okay, so it's a little bit fiddly, but we got there in the end. Okay then, so that will do for that. There are 3 or 4 big ones here that we can't seem to do anything with, but it doesn't really matter because this is going to be a dynamic pasture, so that will all just add to it anyway. Not too fussed by this end. We've got rid of most of the annoying ones. We've got rid of all of them apart from one up here. I have got a few twigs and branches just to clear up, just to tidy it up. There is one big one. No matter how much I mess around with it, I cannot get it to go away. That is literally as much as I can do with it. So that will just stay there for now. We'll have to work around it. We'll just build around it and probably end up forgetting about it. So let's get that back straight away before we get any more charges for it. But there we go. That was just a quick little... not that. Oof. There we go. Right. We'll get that returned. Lovely. Okay, so let's just have a little look and see how this sawmill's doing on. Have we passed enough time yet? So there's nothing else there. Let's just have a little look. 938. So if we just fast forward a tiny little bit of time. That should appear. Yeah, so we've advanced so much that it's now dark. I think it might be starting to snow a little bit. And it still hasn't spawned. It's very close, but now it's stupidly dark. So I think what we'll do, what I should have done anyway, we'll rest. We'll load it up. And then we'll go to the shop. Or the playground. We're not going to the shop. We're going to the playground first of all. Then probably the farmer's market after that. Oh, no Walter in the morning. Wow, even too cold for him. Look at all that snow on there. That looks pretty nice. Right, let's check the sale. Nothing in there. Okay. I really shouldn't advance time like that. That was a bit silly. But what that does mean is we've had a few other little bits spawn. The bees are still doing terrible. So I'll just throw these extra bits on in the snow. And then, wow, that is snowing really heavy. Then we'll head over to the playground. So, yep, I know it's not stacked very neatly at all. Problem is, when I first stacked it and put a few bits on, I wasn't expecting to have to put this much on because obviously we weren't going to advance the day like we did end up doing. So I think from next time, regardless of how much we're putting on, I will stack it up neatly from the beginning. Just in case something like that happens. So there we go, everything's on. It is a mess, but yeah, we'll sort that out next time, don't worry. Right, so let's get on here. We'll re-tag the playground. What is that other place out of interest? Oh, okay, so it's the playground hall maker and the playground. So we want the playground hall maker. We'll tag that. Okay, so what direction are we heading? We're heading over there. So does that mean... yeah, we won't go for the barge crossing. We'll head over the bridge, I think. Right, okay. Ooh, look at those tyre tracks in the snow there. Doesn't that look great? Look at that. Let's get out and have a look, actually. That looks really good, that does. Nice. Those tyres are deep in there. So, obviously, as we're expanding, we're getting a few more bits now. We've got a full trailer load here. The tractor is really struggling. So, this probably tells us we do need to buy a tractor fairly soon. Hopefully, once we get up to speed, we'll be doing more than 3 miles an hour with a bit of luck. Yeah, here we go. Obviously, the snow isn't helping. But yes, I think a new tractor should definitely be on the list. There we go, so we are picking some speed up now. We're on a proper road, but it's still not fantastic. Luckily we haven't got too far to go. So the plan was, when we returned from this trip, I was going to get field number 2 cultivated, ready for the soybeans in April, I think it is. Was just going to do a little bit of early cultivating. I don't think it's quite right to cultivate in the snow like this though. I mean, I guess we could try it, but would you really do it? Probably not. We'll have a look. Maybe it might be worth having a good old look to see what happens. Whether it pulls up the snow as well. Might be a good test actually. So yeah, when we get back we will do that. We'll try and cultivate up field number 2. So this looks like it's actually a little bit uphill. We've picked up a little bit of speed just before we start, which is helping us. Yeah, so we've just about made it. Right, so I'm not entirely sure what's going to happen here because obviously we've got food stacked on top of planks. This is quite an awkward one to get into. So, are we in enough there? Okay, so it's took £8,000 worth. We've still got the big one on the back, but other than that, I think we might be okay. So we'll just strap up again so they don't fall off and try and get in there a little bit better. So we'll just take a little bit of a tighter angle going around that corner, and that should get us in the trigger point this time around. So we're going to take these straps on and off really quickly to try and catch the food. Okay. Maybe it doesn't... Oh dear. Maybe it doesn't actually need them. Is that what the problem is? Ah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't. Can we sell them here? Ah, yes. So this here actually needs wood beam, planks long, and rope. So we've got planks long. So I guess this is going to be for a really nice playground they're possibly building. Okay, so I'll go round here in these trees again. It's rather perilous, and we'll try and get those planks in the other trigger point. I just can't get over how amazing it just looks in the snow, like the tracks and everything. I know I've said it a few times about going over the mud and everything else, but yeah, it looks so realistic. Luckily the tractor does have enough power to do that at least, so that's good. Okay, so this should be a little bit better. Yes, there we go. £6,000 for those long planks. Lovely. So hopefully in the future, once we keep delivering different things here, we should see a very nice playground and whatever it is they're making in there. So yeah, that'll be pretty good to see that. Right, so we need to go now to the farmer's market. Now I have been there before. I think it might be down here. Is it this one here? No. Ah, it must be this one here. Yes, the restaurant. Okay, so we'll tag that, and I also want to have a look on that because that looks very interesting. Potential collection. So is there a quick way across? So at the moment we're down here. Okay, so we've got a nice big main road there, so we could just take that main road straight across the river. Straight across the river again. Yeah, so this is going to be a little bit of a journey. So let's try and get out of this place first, and let's head to the restaurant. Oh, okay. So, I thought we would be able to just break through those barriers. Clearly not. I mean, thankfully our load stayed on. When I realised what was about to happen, I just don't know what I expected to happen. I thought maybe the tractor and the trailer were going to be destroyed or something. We could have made that, but that right there is a lesson why you should never try and get across a crossing when the barriers are down. That was a very well learnt lesson there. So yeah, next time I think I'll wait. So that was surprising. Anyway, we've made it to the ferry, and I think in the future, obviously a very long time in the future, eventually I would like to get another farm on the complete other side of the map, because it seems like the map is just stunning. There is so many places around that we haven't visited or seen, and I think when you've got a farm on one side of the map, obviously you can get into a habit of continuously going to the same places. But yeah, I mean, it's just absolutely stunning, it really is. Okay, wonderful. So we've got £13,700 for that lot. And these bits here just need to be sold at the warehouse on the way back. But first of all, let's just get on Willie's boat. So I assume, rather than looking for these weird paper things that I seem to keep finding everywhere, we're potentially looking for stuff to go in the museum. So I'm guessing old antiques, maybe? Yeah, something like that, unless they're all going to be those lights that we found. We've found one so far. I'm not sure if they're going to be the same or different, but we'll just have a quick run around here. We'll see if we can see anything out of place. It would be interesting to find a second one, just so we know, are we looking for the same item 25 times, or are they all going to be different? So how do you get on top there? Did we miss some steps? I don't think we did. Am I being a little bit silly here? How do you get on the top? Let's just run around one more time. Maybe you can only get on the top from inside, but we can't get inside. No. Okay. We don't want to fall in that water, not in this weather. Yeah, there must be some steps somewhere else that we can't get to. Anyway, let's head back to where we belong, and we'll cross the warehouse along the way, and we'll get these sold. I will just... do I need to mark that on the map? Yeah, I probably should do. If not, we will get lost. Perfect. Right, okay, so let's go. We've arrived at the logistics warehouse, so we will get these sold. And just out of curiosity, I do want to see how much cement bags cost. Now, we probably won't buy them, but obviously we do need them for the constructible. We need 10,000 litres. Nice, so that's a little top up there. Yeah, we need 10,000 litres. And I just want to know what sort of money we are looking at to buy them. It'll just give us a rough little idea. Right, so cement bags. Okay, so they're just under £3,000 each. We need 10 of them. So that's about £28,000. Yeah, we can't afford that at the moment. However, what we are going to do... obviously, last episode we took out a loan for the telehandler and the trailer. It was a £110,000 loan that we took out. Now, I'm not just going to keep taking out loans. We will pay them back. So we've earned ourselves a little bit of money. So I think it would be fair if we paid back £20,000 to start off with. Yeah, there we go. So we now owe 90,000 rather than 110. Right, okay. So that's put us down to £63,000. but I do feel a little bit better about that. So every time we make a little bit, we will pay a little bit back. So let's head back and we will just test out, see if we can do that cultivating or not. I'm not really sure if we should do it, but let's give it a test and see what happens. Right, so we'll just leave that there for now. We will hook up to the cultivator, head over to field number 2. We have done nothing whatsoever over there just yet. All we done on the tutorial was we done a tiny little bit of harvesting for Walter, but that was it. We've not been over there since. The plan is to leave that until April for soybeans, but I did just want to see, could we get it cultivated up first. The fact that there is snow on the ground here might make it a little bit harder. I'm not too sure. I mean, that's actually not too bad. Okay, right. So I have not used AI yet, or I've not used the GPS, should I say. So I'm just going to have a quick little setup of this. I'm not too sure how you set it up, but it would be good to use it. So let's see if we can get it working on this field. It's a nice big field, so I think it would probably be ideal. Okay, so I think I've set it up. I'm not entirely sure. We'll just go with it. We'll see what happens. I think it's set to 4 headlands at the moment. I've just let it on, or I've just left it on what it recommends. So yeah, we'll just go with it. We'll see what happens, and we'll go from there. I'll get it into a time lapse because it's going to take a little bit of time, and we'll see what it looks like at the end. Yes, I know, I made a little bit of a mess of this. I did get used to it a little bit at the start. The problem was I was overriding the steering and I had no idea that was a thing. So I mean, that's nice. So I think next time around when I use GPS on a field, I'll obviously not override the steering. I'll do it properly, and we'll see how it goes, because I'm sure it is very great, but unfortunately I am not. So I think the best thing to do is let the AI crack on with this. So let's just get Mary out. There you go, Mary. Please do a better job than me. Ah! Bloody hell. I think she's about to run me over for the mess that I've made. Right, okay. So we'll leave her alone. So there is not too much here that we can do. Whoops. Sorry, Mary. Ah. I completely forgot we left this at the farmer's market. This was in the last episode. I was wondering where the tractor was. Here it is. Okay, well we don't need that just yet. I'll bring that back another time. So anyway, let's have a little look and see what we've got in the sale first of all. Okay. Oh. I mean, that is a lovely tractor, but realistically, we're not going to take out another massive loan because we've got a loan and we've only just paid a little bit off. That is a really nice tractor, and it's probably too much of a step up, I guess, I would say. Well, I don't know, maybe it would be the next step that we would take, but yeah, I'm conflicted. I don't know what to do. I'm not going to say yes, I'm not going to say no. Let's just forget about that for now, but let's have a little look in the contracts. There's not too many available. So we've got some cultivating contracts here. Well, we've just done a little bit of cultivating, so we're not going to do that. Noah, your dead wood problem for £900. No, thank you. There's a couple of ploughing ones here. That's a very small field, that is. We've got wood transport, £15,950. So, okay, so Noah, he clearly likes his wood. We've done a job like this for him before with some very small equipment, but that looks like a beefy setup, and I would like to have another go at it, to be honest with you. I think it is something that you could get fairly good at once you've done it quite a bit. So, believe it or not, we're going to take that. For £16,000, I think it is well worth trying to learn how to do it. I mean, look at that for a setup. Oh, and this has got some speed about it as well. So obviously we've had a couple of little practice runs in some small machinery. Let's see if we can do a half decent job with this. Right, so let's just find on the map. Right, so Noah. So Noah is up here. Right, okay, so all we need to do is head across the bridge, throw a right, sword. There's some lovely big open fields around here. Really nice, actually. I'd love to own some of these in the future. They look great to work on. So Noah, he's clearly got his fingers in a few pies when it comes to the wood department. So here we go. So, okay, well that's not too bad. They're actually the same size logs that we messed about with last time, but obviously we've got a much bigger piece of equipment this time. So let's just find the right starting position, and we'll see what we can do. Well, would you look at that? How good is that? So the land and legs have come out. We've climbed up those little ladders, and here we are. We're actually on the Palfinger. Nice. Okay, so let's do it. Okay, so I'm not sure if you're meant to do it like this. However, I have actually managed to pick 2 logs up at once. So if that is the correct way of doing it, that's not too bad. It might be a little bit speedier than it was before. But let's not speak too soon. Let's get them in the trailer first. Ah, yes. Not like that. Yes, there we go. So I promise next time around, next episode, we won't do any more woodwork for the next episode at least. But I did quite enjoy it. It is quite fun. It can be frustrating, it can be annoying, but yeah, as I said before, I think once you got the hang of it, that is something that you would end up being really, really good at. And that is pretty good. So it's not loaded the best, but they are all on, and that's the most important thing. So let's just see where Noah needs this stuff delivering to. Okay, he needs it over here. Right, so we'll get that tagged. It's all going to the paper factory. Right, so we don't need to cross the river. We just need to turn around, go along the main road, and we should be able to find ourselves there. Okay, so let's head off to the paper factory. There it is, the paper factory, another new place, and that is another reason why it is worth doing these contracts, because you get to use nice equipment and new machinery that you wouldn't normally. Right, so let's get everything unstrapped, same as the sawmill I assume. Yep, sell wood. So here we go. Lovely, nice, excellent. So let's get that contract wrapped up. That is now completed. Hopefully he's happy. That's the second time we've done some work for him. And let's collect our money. Lovely. £16,000 pretty much. That is really nice. So, okay, the worker is still working. Not sure what's going on there, to be honest with you. Just taking a £251 wage payment off of us though. So I suspect she's probably cleaning up our mess. I'll let you get on with it. Right, anyway, so before we finish it there, I'll just move out of her way in case she comes and run us over. Before we finish it there, we've got this tractor to think about. So it's done 21 hours. You can upgrade it from between 224 horsepower and 302. Let's just have a look at it. So the most expensive setup would only be an extra 31,000, so you could work towards that. Let's have a look at this window. Okay, nice. Well, we probably wouldn't need that. Front loader attacher, maybe something we could think about, but again, not too sure. So really what we need to know is how much our tractors are worth, because they are a little bit slow. They're not the best. So let's just have a little look. Will that tell us in here how much? Yeah, it will. Okay. So the Challenger, that's worth £20,000. So that would put us nearly to 100,000. And the tiny little John Deere there, that's worth 16,000. So that's 116 horsepower. That's apparently 160 horsepower, but it is incredibly slow. So I think we'll probably look to sell one of those. It would probably be the Challenger, to be honest with you. We could keep the John Deere just for some small field work and a few other bits. So yeah, potentially the Challenger would go if we decide to buy it. But I'm not too sure at the moment. That is definitely something to think about. But yeah, we'll think about that. So we'll leave it there. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.